All right, thank you, Shay. And you maybe heard it in her voice right there at the end. It's
Yeah,
like, it feels like anytime the wind kind of picks up, you feel it.
You brace
Yeah,
yourself,
exactly.
yeah.
And we're seeing those impacts on Tybee Island. We do have team coverage even more just down to the south.
Yeah, let's go down to McIntosh County, and that's where we find our Mackenzie Baker live in Darien. We've been keeping a close eye on our coastal communities for all day, all this morning.
That's right, Madeline. I'm out here in McIntosh County, Darien to be specific. We're right next to the Darien River, and actually we can tell based on some of these cement cylinders underneath the bridge that the river levels have actually dropped a little bit. So that could be a good thing. We'll see in the future. But I will say that throughout the day, throughout the morning, we have seen some rain. That has since stopped. There's not even like a sprinkle right now, but the wind, that is ever present. We've got palm trees blowing in the wind, just some regular trees and their leaves. So definitely breezy out here. It is chilly like Shay was saying. And again, the river is acting slightly different than the ocean, of course. We're not seeing any white caps. The water is kind of moving through, so a bit different, but of course this is our southern and most coastal community in our viewing area, so we are tracking this storm. Now Milton has made its way into the Atlantic. When it hit Florida, it was a Category 3 storm, so we got some of that rain, we got some of that wind, and we were experiencing that earlier this morning, but as the sun starts to rise and we start to get more light out here, we're going to be able to take a look and see what kind of damage we might have seen here in the coastal empire and low country. Now it's nothing like Shay was saying compared to Helene, even Tropical Storm Debbie when that came through. That event was a flooding event. Helene was more of a strong windstorm. Now this had a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind, but nothing in comparison. When we were driving through, we weren't noticing any power lines down necessarily, any trees, but there's always the chance of that. Of course, the ground is saturated. The roots could come through and the trees could fall down on any power lines. So, you know, chance of spotty power outages. So we'll be keeping a track throughout the day. Like Shay was saying, we will have reporters throughout the field, throughout the coastal empire and low country, keeping a track on what kind of effects Milton has had. And for now, in McIntosh County, Mackenzie Baker, WTOC News.
All right, thanks, Mackenzie.